guys have had a busy month because you were in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been touring around the country. What is it like meeting Star Trek fans?
It's incredible because you don't really know the effect of your work unless you actually meet these people.
Mm-hmm.
And we get reviewed, and but to know that our stories and our characters have affected fans in deep ways is so fulfilling as an actor, as an artist.
Yeah, and they're so passionate, and many are generational, so maybe their parents watched Star Trek with them or introduced them to Star Trek. And to hear that is really heartwarming and touching because, we've been plugged into, well, especially someone like me who's playing this legacy character, I've been plugged into this thing that existed before me and wasn't created by me. And it's just the sort of love is transferred directly onto me, which is really, I think, illustrates how accepting and kind the fandom is.
Was it kind of a bit of a shock the first time, or did you get warned ahead of time that you were going to be bombarded with fans and things?
I was kind of warned by you guys, by you and Anson, and but you don't really feel how huge it is until you go to somewhere like Vegas, or you don't.
Or here.
Or here, exactly, Orlando. Yeah.
How many of these regional shows have you done?
Oh gosh, I couldn't count. Quite a few.
Yeah, I've been doing them for 6 years now, so probably like 30 plus.
And is it a lot easier than Vegas? Do you enjoy it more than Vegas or other conventions that you've done?
Oh, is that differentiated from these?
Yeah, the regional shows are supposedly smaller, they're more local.
Yeah. I mean, Vegas is its own beast because it's just so huge and there's so much to do in Vegas, and I feel like that's the biggest Star Trek convention in the world, right? I think Vegas. So
I think so.
Yeah,
we're getting nods from back there. So
I think we're right. We're on the right track. So in some ways, these smaller ones, there's more time to talk to fans, and whereas Vegas, it's very much you get to your table and you don't really leave, even to eat sometimes.
Yeah, I think the fans also might enjoy the regional shows a little bit more because it's just a different experience. I think they get more time with each other, more time with the talent that they're going to visit and spend time with.
How does a convention compare to, how much time do you spend looking at comments and articles and things about Star Trek from Star Trek fans online?
Oh,
Zero.
No, not much. No, not unless it's directed to me specifically, but I try not to do things like that.
Yeah, I obviously get feedback at these sorts of conventions, and it's very often very positive. I'm not sure anyone's come to my table and said, yeah, you're a terrible Spock, I don't like the show. Mostly people are here that want to be here and are excited to meet us. So.
And the reason I ask that is because obviously this season we've taken an interesting turn where you guys are starting to, I haven't watched this week's episode, so you're starting to move forward into some sort of relationship. And I'm just wondering, how does that feel when you think of it in the breadth of, how is the fans in particular, how have they seemed to welcome what that's like for you guys?
From today, this is the first convention, and Vegas, had we by Vegas come together? I'm not sure that we had.
Yeah?
I don't remember, maybe.
I don't know.
I think we had, because it was after the Space Adventure Hour, wasn't it? Yeah, so I think it's been received positively.
Oh yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, they played the episode.
Yes, true. So today I've had several people come up to me and say how they love this relationship and the chemistry, so.
Yeah, we were at San Diego Comic-Con, which is not affiliated with this but it's sort of a marketing event, and they played that episode, episode 4 of season 3. And there were a lot of hoots and hollers when our characters kissed.
And so we're coming towards the end of the season. Obviously you don't have too many seasons left. When you look back at it all, how do you feel your characters have changed? Do you think that there's still more room to grow? Do you think there's more what do you want to see happen?
There's always more room to grow, right? Just as in life. But I think that La'an has had an incredible journey. She's gone from being this super uptight character, very protected and guarded, to now exploring a romance with Spock. That's a huge development. But I would like to continue to see La'an lighten up and enjoy life even more. What about you?
Yeah, Spock has a destination, and that is Nimoy's performance in the original series. So a lot of the movements the writers are taking are sort of guiding that trajectory in that way. So yeah, it'd be cool to take him up to that, and I think that's the plan, more or less. But we know who Spock becomes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different for me.
Yeah, and that's been very interesting, and I've had some discourse with friends about that online, because they're concerned about the emotion Spock shows, and it was like, well, he had to get to that point in the original series where he's like, no, the same for me, fam. I'm gonna go the logical route. So I feel like you're moving towards that, but maybe not in the best way. What do you think?
How do you mean?
Well, do you think there's going to be one big turn that really sends Spock away from being his human half and trying to stay more Vulcan?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's been a gradual succession of events that I think I'll be able to talk about in more detail after.
Yeah. There's a lot
Okay.
still to
After
come. There's a lot still to come.
After this season that's just comes out.
Oh, okay.
That we just filmed comes out, which will be next year.
Oh,
Yeah, next
that's
year.
true. That's
There's a
true.
lot. I mean,
We have 2 more seasons
Yeah.
to come out, 1 still to film, and 3's coming out now. So.
Yeah. So I mean, you're only just over halfway of seeing our characters' journeys. So
On Strange New Worlds.
yeah, on Strange
That's
New Worlds.
true, 'cause
So,
you guys
yeah,
feel-
so and also I think the idea is that, sorry, I don't mean to jump in on
No.
this for you, but I think the idea is that you see at the end of season 5, which has been mentioned by our showrunners, that you'll see Kirk's first day in the chair. So from Kirk's first day in the chair to Nimoy's performance, there's still how many years there still
I think
for
5.
Spock to evolve.
I think another
So-
5-year mission between those
Yeah.
times. Is that right?
Wow.
I'm not sure.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What is the show we're on?
I don't know. Star Wars.
Is there? We've still got this Vulcan episode that they touted
Next
coming
week.
up. Yeah.
This week. Coming.
Is it
yeah.
this week?
Yeah.
I'm so nervous about this episode.
Why?
What we've seen of it, it just kind of it frightens me, the idea that the characters are going to become Vulcans, and they're like one of the first things they're going to do is just belittle Spock, and it's like it's ingrained in the Vulcan psyche to belittle someone who's not a Vulcan, and it bothers me a little, and I'm curious to see how that goes. How did you guys feel shooting that when you saw
I don't
it?
even remember the episode. I remember parts of it. I don't remember how it ends. I'd have to think back on it because we've just filmed another season.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they'll make a lesson of that, of course.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it's
whole
done in a
point.
very careful way, you
Yeah.
know.
But there is bullying of Spock.
But it's not intentional because we are our own. You know, it's not intentional. We're on our own journeys as our characters
And it's all
becoming
from
Vulcan,
and it's
right?
all from a place of logic,
Yeah.
which is the truth.
Yeah. So although it comes over maybe as bullying, it's not intentional.
Right.
The intention is to be
Logical.
No, yeah, exactly.
Do you sometimes wish, because you guys are streamed, do you sometimes wish that you were on broadcast or on a cable channel? Does you think the streaming has made a difference in how you're received or how many people are, becoming fans?
I mean, who knows? I have no idea.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
beyond my pay grade.
I feel like Anson's often has expressed often sort of a disappointment that it's not broadcast, or that, I think with Discovery they might have broadcast the first episode to then lure people onto the streaming service, which they didn't do with our show.
Right.
And I guess with Paramount, because it's a newer streaming service, not as many people have Paramount. Whereas Discovery, I think, was on Netflix at one point, wasn't
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was in the UK. It definitely was, because I watched it in the UK on Netflix. So I guess maybe that it's not had a wider reach because of Paramount's being a new service.
Yeah.
A new service.
That's true. It's very different in the UK.
Yeah.
How that's worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was on Paramount only in the US.
Yeah.
CBS All Access.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I've heard it thrown around that there's not an appetite for Star Trek anymore, that the fandom is aging, that kids aren't watching it, and I don't know what to believe, because I'm not sure how they're collecting data and how they're interpreting it. I think that's like one of the things that all of these different streaming channels are hiding from each other and from the public, understandably. So I don't know how to answer that, but maybe. Do people still watch TV? I don't know, like broadcast TV.
I wish yes, because I've seen Nielsen numbers, but
yeah, right. Those exist.
yeah, they do exist.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know I personally have a cable box that I never use.
Yeah, I've never had cable since I left my home when I went to college. Never since then have I had cable.
I just love Turner Classic Movies too much. I can't get
Yeah.
rid of the cable box.
That's smart.
So I really don't have a lot more questions for you. But I mean, is there anything that you think fans should know coming up in what you guys, the season you guys just worked on, the last few episodes we have? Anything that you think fans should keep an eye out for?
Without spoiling anything.
Yeah, without spoiling anything.
Yeah, I mean, we continue to take really big and exciting swings, and I think we've got a pretty good track record of making those swings work. At least I think. The musical, I think, was a huge risk, and they really pulled it off. I'm sure it's polarizing, and some people like it and some people hate it. But the fact that a bunch of people enjoy it, that it's sort of earned a response, is really positive, either whether it's good or bad. And I think we'll continue to do that.
Yeah, and I think season 4 is, in my opinion, even better than season 3, 2, and 1. I think that's and obviously we haven't filmed 5 yet, but 4 for me is my favourite season, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I just thought of one. Speaking of season 4, when you guys saw your Muppet, what did you think?
What do you mean?
What do you
We
mean?
don't know. We've only seen Pike as a Muppet.
Oh, darn it.
Yes.
You got a point. Thought I was going to get something good there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well. And that's it. That's all I have personally.